What's up guys, today I want to talk about cherry shrimp, possibly the aquarium world's most wonderful little crustacean. These particular ones are part of the Neocaridina range. They're a very hardy shrimp, so they're perfect for beginners. In terms of tank mates, they're pretty happy with most things in my experience, providing that the mouths of the fish are usually smaller than the size of the shrimp. It's advisable to avoid predatory fish like angelfish, just for the fact that they will just eat them. However, they are very handy if you want to keep control of the population. Some people in particular like to put them with pea puffers or dwarf puffers, just purely on the fact that the puffers will eat the baby shrimp and it sort of keeps the population under control. In terms of habitat, they love lots of cover, particularly stuff like Java moss, lots of plants, caves, also floating plants they quite enjoy hanging upside down, so it's quite fun to watch if you've got some of them in your tank too. In terms of feeding, in my experience I rarely feed them with anything in particular. Usually they will scavenge for anything around the tank. I have noticed that they do love bloodworms, which is quite fun watching them trying to eat one of those. There are plenty of foods available for shrimp, such as Shrimp Kings Complete, which can help with coloration and stuff, but I don't personally use them. However, in the past I have used shrimp sticks or lollies. In terms of breeding, when I first got my cherry shrimps, I was quite keen on getting them to have babies, so I did introduce quite a few into my tank. One thing that I probably realised now is that as long as you've just got like about a handful, maybe more, they will just breed like crazy once you give them time. As long as you've got lots of cover for them. A lot of people recommend the temperature is above 27. My tanks are in the 26, 25 range sometimes. I have turned them up sometimes, but yeah, they're usually happy to breed in sort of any temperature that I've sort of seen around that. So you will notice when the shrimps are pregnant, the females get massive, and you'll notice quite a lot of yellow eggs in their underbelly, and you'll usually see their sort of back legs sort of fanning the eggs and sort of rotating them, which is quite fun to watch if you get a chance to. Once born, the shrimp will be so tiny that you'll barely be able to see them. You can if you look very closely, but just make sure that you're watching out when you're doing your sort of tank maintenance, that they don't get sucked up, especially with a siphon if you've got one. Also, one thing to notice with these is that the population can get out of control if you leave them to breed without any sort of predators, etc. So one thing to advise is to culture them, take some of the shrimp out, swap them with other tanks or introduce new ones just so they don't start to lose their colour, because due to the inbreeding they tend to fade over time. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and let me know what your favourite shrimp is in the comments.